talked about
We are on
sound
visual
last
effects,
night, like
obviously,
for a long
yeah.
time, right?
Sound.
Sound is
Sound.
51% of your film,
Sound,
right? Not
sound,
even,
sound.
not 50, not less than 50. It's 51% of your impact of your film is sound.
I spent most of the 2000s doing really,
Jake,
really big
Jake agrees,
budget.
right? Jake, you do, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Bad sound, good visuals, bad. Bad visuals, good sound, still good.
You can cheat visual effects with sound. You can make it work with sound. In fact,
You can. I mean, literally, it's always a skill. It's a skill, and it's when I go into the mix and I watch the final piece, and I mean, look, going in to watch a Foley session, going in to watch the mix and all that stuff is just the most phenomenal treat for me. Like watching this stuff come alive, watching a live orchestra play along to the piece that you spent the last year and a half working on is just the most astonishing thing to do. But yeah, I mean, the visuals, and we say this all the time in post-production, in VFX, you live and die at the mercy of good sound. If it's done beautifully and it's done well, I think that a quick example would be the end of Ant-Man. I did the first Ant-Man film, and there's a moment where he's shrinking down into the quantum realm, so he's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and then finally there's a moment where you're in the void, and there is an unspeakably beautiful bit of sound work that was done that I've been in some incredible theaters and heard it, and it floors people. And there's nothing on the screen. It's just literally, it's black screen. But literally you hear people gasping. It's huge. Like, if there's one thing that you cannot fix later, it's the lack of wind in the hair. So as much as the sound department, much as I have an eternal fight with sound where, well, we can't possibly have the fans going because you're like, but they're supposed to be standing on a cliff top against a blue screen with the light. You're like, yeah, we can't hear the dialogue. You're like, but it looks like they're standing on a sound stage. And you're like, can't you take the sound? The noise the fan out nowadays, anyway.
I normally get told that the DOP wants to use the latest kit, shooting in 8K or whatever, and we are delivering in 2K or 4K. I always ask, who is your sound recordist? Who is going to record the sound on set? Will you give them enough time to record clear audio? Because if you don't do that, I will need to have to spend hours to get the artist back in, and each hour might cost you £250 an hour, and you get all these artists in, you might have to pay them a fee again to come in to do the dialogue recording, and why not get it proper recorded on set? It's just value the sound as much as you value the picture.
I don't know if anybody here has ever watched a horror film with the sound off. And it is funny.
Absolutely.
It's actually funny. It's not scary, it's not anything like that. We were talking about the Blair Witch Project and how terrifying that is, actually, and it's all to do with the sound. It's not to do with the picture.
And I think everybody understands the implication, right? So if you plan for your sound, it's not going to be very expensive.
No.
It's just going to, as long as you make sure that the person on set has a very solid idea of what is the creative vision and has been in contact extensively with the post-production sound, you're gonna be saving yourself loads of money. And if on top of that you have your editor read the script before you shoot and starts giving you the beats of where are the turning points and what do you need, you're gonna if you involve all these people, you're gonna be saving yourself loads of money during the shooting. And this is really what I mean of finding the right ingredients that you're actually going to be needing in post in order to save yourself the money and the effort.